After months and months and months of research, I finally uncovered the entire Gorilla Tag lore. Or at least this is the timeline that I believe. Now, this is going to be a long video. And there's gonna be some weird things happening along the way because we're monkeys. But that's not gonna stop me from explaining this entire lore. As you see, my channel might have very few subscribers. Ice God might not always be on so that I can do videos with him. Sometimes it'll have to be just me, but that's okay. I hope through and through that this channel might get a lot of likes and subscribes. You don't know how long it took me to uncover this. Please sub, please like, and let's get on. It all started back in the year whatever year it was, when the monkeys first started their civilization. This giant tree of wisdom of what we're seeing, eventually somebody chopped off the entire upper half of it and carved a room or two into it. So, one thing we can assume from this is this tree of wisdom will eventually become stump. And since this was a happy time for all the gorillas, and Lodge Brothers just casually built, an entire room, tree, thingamajig. The gorillas weren't happy, but Lodge Brothers, the company that built a lot of the structures in Gorilla Tag, they decided to go more. They built a gazebo, they built double walls, a slide, a picnic table, a leaderboard. Everything that you see in Forest, that was made by the Lodge Brothers company from the lore. But yeah, eventually through and through, while the monkeys were digging and digging and digging into the underground mines or whatever, they discovered this cave filled with tons of crystals. They discovered it, and under this table that was originally in the stump, this table there, after they discovered it and opened it to the public, Gorilla Corp knocked over that table, eventually took it out of existence, and now this sub-area is called Caves. It's OG Caves now, but at the time it was just normal caves. This had an entire mine shaft with crystals and crates and more crystals and couple more crates, but it's just mostly crystals and stone. That is it. So yeah, if you like crystals and stone, go to OG Caves. And then somewhere along the way, the monkeys discovered some sort of like desert canyon area with like areas you could walk around on. This would become OG Canyons before Lodge Brothers, I guess, added a ton of structures and ropes and zip lines. But and then after they were done doing that, Lodge Brothers decided to carve a room and into the blank, just random. I don't know if it was a bed at the time or something, but they decided to carve a room into it, which would eventually become the hat room, then get closed down, then come back to attic again, but I'll get to that later. But in a nutshell, what I'm trying to say is they carved a room that was full with hats, badges, drippy sunglasses. Yes, everything you can imagine. The hats, top hats, sunglasses, the early access badge, it was in there and in there only until Gorilla Corp started digging, and then they found out this cool place called City, which I'm recording this video in right now, but it looked nothing like it does right now. There's no creator culture, there's no super infection. What's it called? No, City looked way different. In fact, the Gorilla Store was even built different at the time. I guess Lodge Brothers went with a more modern approach, and then they decided to make City more modern somewhere along the way. But I don't know. And then eventually, the caves I know I might be missing a huge gap of things here, but the caves, while the monkeys were digging, they all got, no pun intended, caved in, and they had to start from scratch. They found a waterfall. What they have also found, it turned out to be some sort of like giant crystal, and Gorilla Corp decided to pull it up from the ground, but still, even today, they haven't even succeeded at doing that, so I don't know where they're going with anything. And then eventually, between these main 4 maps, some idiot discovered a route to Valhalla, or as we now know it, Clouds, or OG Clouds. They built a tunnel in the side of the path that went to city. I forgot what it was called. So yes, this map is now known as Clouds. It's a really great map. You should check it out. They didn't always have the cool gliders and the wind thing, but they do now because of Lodge Brothers. Lodge Brothers is good. Gorilla Corp is bad. We'll get more into that. Although eventually with this, there came a ton of gaps in the lore. There was a swamp that was just discovered. Now this swamp, however, was not your typical ordinary swamp. You see, this swamp was haunted, and the fact that you came from a sewage from the sewers just to get into here is completely insane on its own. What we can say, for one, is that this is not ordinary, but at the same time is not out of the ordinary. We don't know what to call it yet. In a nutshell, I don't know why all the cosmetics are there, but I'm just gonna make this up. Some stupid cosmetic restocker tripped and fell on recording. It became viral on Cosmetic Restalker's app. I don't know. I'm streaming things. This one stupid guitar player, he decided to go and he decided to go and spill his cosmetics that he was carrying into a swamp for whatever reason. And then it became an entire trend. So another guy, this guy, he comes in and he's like, "What are you doing?" And everyone's like, "Ah, no, we didn't know." And it was an entire thing. Eventually, an entity named Lucy came in, and everything kind of just fell apart because this ghost, I'm assuming, was the mother of Echo, which eventually had a child. We'll get more into that later. Lucy is like the only actual ghost in Gorilla Tag, I'm just gonna say, except for like Echo or something. She has these what is moving me? She has these entire statues in Bayou and the maze rotating map, I think it is, in one of the rooms. And one thing I can say is, I bet my golden guitar that the entire thing with Lucy and Echo have something to do with each other. If this isn't, you can have my golden guitar or something. It makes crappy music. Anyways, so then we go walking. Echo. We see these statues. What I can get from them, I didn't really read into the statues all that much when I was researching for the lore. I'm guessing Echo happy, Echo make child go insane, party hat. All right. So wait a minute, I forgot one. Oh, there it is. I just remembered. Trailer hitched a magnetizer. Where was I? All right. So what? So after, why do I keep grabbing my flag? So after this entire thing happened with the swamp and all the cosmetics, the sewage pipe was eventually closed because I don't know, a fracking hazard, as the sign says on the thing. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly. So yeah. So yeah, it was closed up, and then this area called Metropolis opened up. There's not really much to explain here, I gotta say, and that's where we get into some of the more modern lore. OG City was moved into a giant wall in the side of City, and yeah, it's now Comp Course, but that's not really relevant. Neither are the merch, neither are the cosmetics, except for that little cosmetic bit with the swamp. One thing I can mention for sure is here's the more recent lore. This has something to do with Gorilla Corp and like the more recent live events since Gorilla Tag and Another Axiom themselves are too lazy to actually do updates, so they constantly post live events and at that point they're not even special anymore. Excuse me. Where was I? Oh yes. So Gorilla Corp is the company that created Ghost Reactor, as we all know. I skipped that bit. I'm sorry, guys. But once the stupid Gorilla Corp entire thing, we learned that there was this green dot in the sky, which a lot of not the back in the day, but a lot of Gorilla Tag folks might remember this. If you didn't join before New Year's, you might remember this. Basically, Meteor Monster came out, destroyed the entire city, and then Gorilla Corp made two options: dig deeper or fix the rocket. Now, Fix the Rocket won by the normal committee, but AAC told people well, it's not just AAC, but Another Axiom in general told all their creators just, hey, you pick dig deeper or else, because I have no plans for Fix the Rocket whatsoever, and I'm too lazy to think of some. So yeah, they basically cheated the vote. Anyways, where was I? So anyways, yeah, dig deeper one, which led to some complicated things. We had this entire live event where the masked monkey was first introduced. We have Lemmings like, hi guys, I'm part of Gorilla Corp, and we finally finished the stupid drill nobody cares about in order to make a worse tomorrow. And then the masked monkey comes in, hello, I will take all of your money. Basically destroys the entire operation, tries to like bomb Lemming, I'm guessing. Then he's like, happy birthday or something. Get the heck out of my sight, or I'm gonna pipe bomb you. So yeah, we get out of there, and then the entire thing's over. Oh, phew. Now once that's done, there's a big gap I might be skipping here. I know I definitely skipped the avalanche part in mountains. I'm just now remembering that, but basically. But Chloe, who didn't really have a big part in the lore until like a couple months ago, she's like, she's the cuckoo crazy conspiracy girl. She discovered she has us run at the speed of sound through this entire like maze sort of thing. I don't really know what to call it. Yeah, through this entire maze thing, and then she's like, psst, over here, this gate's locked, and you're gonna have to open it somehow. Then she eventually fixes the thing. Now. Never mind. I thought it would be cool. So basically it goes. Yeah, guitar isn't working right now, but you get the point, right? Okay, so basically Chloe discovers this entire thing when she opens the gates about how Gorilla Corp is hatching all these meteor monster eggs to, I don't know, at that point she thought to like try and conspirize over I know I didn't say that right. To try and conspirize over all of Gorilla World. for whatever reason. And at this point, Lodge Brothers isn't really doing anything anymore. It's basically just Gorilla Corp that's running the entire operation. Gorilla Corp is like trying to deny the whole thing. Oh no. We're not making these. We're not hatching these monster eggs so that you guys can suffer. We're doing it to make fuel for the drill so that you can have a better tomorrow and stuff I really do not give stuff I really don't give a crap about. And then basically Frank and Beans, I'm just putting them in war. Frank finds a replacement for Beans. Beans hangs out with this Gorilla Corp member, Eduardo. Frank leave on Lemming mission. Bree come in. Oh, hello, Beans. Frank put me in charge, and you know what I'm gonna do. And then Beans tries to prove himself that he's good, but he eventually ends up making Bree feel bad somewhere along the way. Then they became friends. And then Chloe comes back from getting stitches, I'm guessing. She's like, hi guys, how have you been? And then talks about how Gorilla Corp's actually a really nice company and that she was wrong. She had this conspiracy card thing. It closed down, now it's back open. Yeah, go check that out. All the cosmetics are overpriced, just like always. Like how stupid drum set is 4,000. Where was I? Oh yes. At this point, Gorilla Corp has been trying to redeem themselves for so long. We had the entire event with the drill at Monkish. So yeah, you know, we had Monkish try and destroy the drill. Until they shocked Monkish. And then I don't know where we stopped. We found this big stupid crystal thing. I don't know what it is. I don't know what to call it. It's like kind of purple and black. It's black with purple cracks all in it. Eventually, Gorilla Corp is trying to dig deeper for it. And then they eventually get down to where it is by saying a lot. And then once they until the entire crystal is up, I'm gotta stop doing that. They put a hologram over the thing, so that all the pesky what's it called? Gorillas are not trying to snoop in and trying to figure out what Gorilla Corp is up to. By this time, Meteor Monster is just a boss in Ghost Reactor and another part in the stupid lore that we call Gorilla Tag lore. Now what we have, it may be weird, but once the scientist doing all those stupid computer things, and he says, "Hey guys, look, I found this stupid thing in the crystal or whatever." It's basically like once in the portal in this crystal leads to space, we have the Meteor Monster coming back again in 3D, and then he's red, I guess, this time. Then he starts summoning holograms, picking up people, slamming them on the floor, and I guess throwing them. And he's doing everything in his route to try and fix. The guy's literally doing everything he can. At this point, he summoned the slide. He summoned a golden dog. I don't know what else he summoned. I think he summoned a picnic table, gazebo, that kind of crap. And then they close the portal, but accidentally cut off one of the Meteor Monster's tentacles. So it's just sitting there, laying on the floor. And then and the crystal, whenever you like put triggers on it, it'll just grow out grenade clips for whatever reason. And so yeah, we climb back up, and then they shut the doors indefinitely. So yes, it isn't exactly what I would call the best weekend I've ever had, but it certainly is a weekend. Or was I? Oh yes. So after they did that was the most recent live event. We don't really have any more information after that, so I'm gonna end this video here. Thank you all for listening in on this 20-minute video, and I just gotta say I just gotta say thank you. Please like and subscribe. I'm trying to make this career with my friend, so that this entire thing is it's a successful YouTube channel, and I eventually start getting monetized and get views. But until then, I will see you all in the next video. Goodbye. Have a wonderful day.